In a previous training video, we talked a little bit about how to order our content on the page, but we're going to get into it a little bit deeper in this video. So taking a look at our preview, you can see that there are lots of different content blocks on this page right now, both in Zone A, the middle column, and in Zone B, the optional right-hand column. And if we go into Terminal4 and take a look at the list of content in this section, we can see how these things tie together. Our first content item, the image panel, is the first block of content in Zone A on the preview. The next content item in our list is the primary content item that we created first, which is now the second content item in Zone A. Then going back into Terminal4 to look at our list, the third content item is the contact box, which we see as the first content block in Zone B in our preview. Then going back into our section, we can see the mini spotlight and the Facebook feed at the bottom of our list. And going back to our page, we can see the Facebook feed on the bottom of Zone B, and we can see the mini spotlight in the bottom in Zone A. Now we can change the order of how our content blocks appear on the page by changing the order of how they appear in the list by clicking and dragging the directional arrow. So if we want our Facebook feed to appear on the top of Zone B instead of the bottom, we can just move that content item above the contacts box. And then refreshing our preview, we can see that the contact box and the Facebook feed have changed places. We can also change how our Zone A content appears. For example, moving the mini spotlight to the very top of the page. So we can refresh our preview and see now our mini spotlight has moved to the top of Zone A. So when you and your users are looking at your page on a widescreen, like a desktop, then you can change how your content will appear relative to the other content items in the same zone. So we can keep moving our content blocks around in the list and refreshing our preview and keep moving content blocks until we get them in exactly the order that we want them to appear on the page. Again, on a desktop, you've got multiple zones where you can place content, and how you order them relative to other content items in the same zone is how you can control how they appear on the page. But we know that about 30 to 40% of our users are mobile users. So let's open the developer tools and toggle the device toolbar and take a look at what our website will look like on a mobile device. We see our image panel is still at the top of the list, so it's the first content item to appear on a mobile. Then again, we see our primary content item, which is the second to appear on the list. And below that, we see the mini spotlight. On a mobile device, there are no zones. All of the content is in one column. So how you order your content from top to bottom in this section is how it's going to appear on a mobile device, regardless of the zone that your content would be in on a widescreen. So this gives you the opportunity to make some judgments about what's the most important content that your mobile users will need and order your content accordingly.